Question 1. Topic: Liability claims adjusting. A homeowner is hosting a dinner party when one of the guests trips over a rug and sustains injuries. The guest files a claim against the homeowner's insurance policy. Which of the following must the adjuster consider to determine if the claim is valid under the liability coverage? A. Whether the homeowner's negligence directly caused the injury. B. Whether the guest was invited to the dinner party. C. The market value of the rug involved in the incident. D. Whether the homeowner has an umbrella policy in addition to their standard homeowner's insurance. Answer A. Whether the homeowner's negligence directly caused the injury. Explanation: liability claims require an assessment of negligence, which includes duty of care, breach of that duty, causation, and damages. In this case, the homeowner must have failed to maintain a reasonably safe environment, and that failure must have directly caused the injury. Option B is irrelevant unless the type of guest affects the liability, e.g., trespasser versus invitee, which is not stated. Option C focuses on property value rather than liability determination. Option D is incorrect because an umbrella policy extends coverage but does not determine liability. Relevant guidelines. Maine tort law establishes comparative negligence standards. Policy provisions. Liability coverage insures against bodily injury claims caused by negligence. Question 2. Scenario type. Topic: catastrophe adjusting scenario. After a hurricane causes extensive damage in Maine, Ms. Carter files a claim for her damaged home. The adjuster visits the property and observes significant roof damage and water intrusion affecting the interior. Ms. Carter states she noticed minor roof damage weeks before the hurricane, but did not report it. What is the most appropriate course of action for the adjuster? A. Deny the claim entirely due to pre-existing damage to the roof. B. Approve the claim but only cover the damage directly caused by the hurricane. C. Approve the claim in full as the hurricane exacerbated the pre-existing damage. D. Deny the claim but suggest Ms. Carter file a separate claim for the interior damage. Answer B. Approve the claim but only cover the damage directly caused by the hurricane. Explanation: insurance policies typically exclude coverage for pre-existing conditions or damage that the insured failed to address before the loss event. The adjuster must differentiate between damage caused by the hurricane and the pre-existing damage to ensure accurate claim settlement. Option A is incorrect as it disregards valid damage caused by the hurricane. Option C fails to account for the exclusion of pre-existing conditions, and option D improperly separates the claim into non-existent policy provisions. Relevant guidelines. Policy provisions. Standard homeowners policies cover sudden and accidental damage, excluding pre-existing conditions. Maine Insurance Code requires adjusters to investigate and distinguish causes of loss. Question 3. Topic: fraud detection and prevention. An adjuster receives a claim where the insured reports that their vehicle was stolen and later found completely burned. During the investigation, the adjuster discovers discrepancies in the insured's statements about their location at the time of the theft. What should the adjuster focus on next? A. Requesting proof of the insured's ownership and maintenance records. B. Conducting a forensic investigation of the vehicle for signs of intentional arson. C. Dismissing the claim based on inconsistencies in the insured's statements. D. Requesting a sworn statement under oath from the insured. Answer: D. Requesting a sworn statement under oath from the insured. Explanation: discrepancies in the insured's account are a red flag for potential fraud, but they are not sufficient grounds to deny a claim. The adjuster should request a sworn statement to obtain a detailed and legally binding account of the incident, which can be used for further verification. Option O is relevant but secondary to confirming the accuracy of the insured's statements. Option B is premature without stronger evidence of fraud. Option C violates the insured's rights and claim investigation process. Relevant guidelines. Unfair Claims Practices Act prohibits denial of claims without a proper investigation. Fraudulent claims penalties. Maine protects insurers while requiring fair investigation of suspected fraud. Question 4. Topic: workers' compensation adjusting. An employee in Maine sustains a back injury while lifting heavy equipment at work. They are unable to work for 8 weeks but are expected to make a full recovery. What type of disability benefits should the adjuster calculate for this claim? A. Temporary partial disability benefits. B. Temporary total disability benefits. C. Permanent partial disability benefits. D. Permanent total disability benefits. Answer B. Temporary total disability benefits. Explanation: temporary total disability benefits apply when an employee cannot work at all due to a work-related injury, but is expected to recover fully. Option A is incorrect because it applies when the employee can work with reduced hours or capacity. Options C and D are incorrect because they address permanent disabilities, which are not relevant in this scenario. Relevant guidelines. Maine Workers' Compensation Act provides benefits for lost wages and medical expenses based on the nature of the disability. Question 5. Scenario type. Topic. Property claims adjusting scenario. Mr. Roberts files a claim for water damage after a pipe bursts in his basement during a winter freeze. Upon investigation, the adjuster finds that Mr. Roberts had turned off his heat while on vacation, leading to the pipe freeze. How should the adjuster handle this claim? A. Deny the claim entirely due to the insured's negligence in maintaining the property. B. Approve the claim for full damages since it was accidental. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout to account for contributory negligence. D. Deny the claim based on the policy's exclusion for negligence-induced damage. Answer A. Deny the claim entirely due to the insured's negligence in maintaining the property. Explanation. Most homeowners' policies require insureds to take reasonable steps to prevent damage. Turning off the heat in winter is considered neglecting this duty, and such negligence often leads to claim denial. Option B ignores the policy's duty to protect clause. Option C is not standard practice under Maine law. Option D misinterprets negligence clauses as exclusions typically reference maintenance negligence rather than specific negligence definitions. Relevant guidelines. Policy conditions require insureds to take reasonable steps to mitigate risk. Maine tort law may guide the adjuster's interpretation of negligence. Question 6. Topic. Automobile claims adjusting. In Maine, an insured involved in an auto accident is found 30% at fault. How will their recovery for damages be affected under Maine's comparative negligence system? A. They cannot recover any damages. B. They can recover damages reduced by 30%. C. They can recover full damages since they are less than 50% at fault. D. They can only recover damages if the other party is 51% or more at fault. Answer. B. They can recover damages reduced by 30%. Explanation. Maine follows a modified comparative negligence rule, allowing recovery reduced by the claimant's degree of fault provided it is below 50%. Option is incorrect as Maine does not use a contributory negligence standard. Option C misstates the modified rule, and Option D incorrectly assumes a 51% threshold for recovery. Relevant guidelines. Maine tort laws specify a modified comparative negligence threshold of 50%. Question 7. Topic. Fraud detection and prevention. An adjuster suspects that an insured's claim for stolen jewelry is fraudulent because the receipts provided appear fabricated. What is the adjuster's best next step? A. Deny the claim based on the suspicious receipts. B. Conduct a thorough investigation, including verification of receipts with the retailer. C. Approve the claim but note the suspicious activity for future reference. D. Require the insured to file a police report to confirm the theft. Answer. B. Conduct a thorough investigation, including verification of receipts with the retailer. Explanation. An adjuster must investigate suspicious claims thoroughly before making a decision. Denying a claim without proper evidence. Option A could violate unfair claims practices laws. Option C is incorrect as claims should not be approved if fraud is suspected. Option D is insufficient alone as police reports confirm theft but do not validate receipts. Relevant guidelines. Unfair Claims Practices Act prohibits claims denial without adequate investigation. Fraudulent claims penalties. Maine mandates fraud investigation procedures. Question 8. Topic. Ethical and legal considerations. An adjuster handling a claim is offered a substantial gift by the insured as a token of appreciation for quick processing. What should the adjuster do in accordance with ethical standards? A. Accept the gift and report it to their employer. B. Politely decline the gift and document the interaction. C. Accept the gift as it does not influence claim settlement. D. Decline the gift and immediately terminate the claim process. Answer. B. Politely decline the gift and document the interaction. Explanation. Maine Adjuster Code of Ethics prohibits accepting gifts that could influence professional judgment. Documenting the interaction ensures transparency and protects the adjuster from allegations of impropriety. Option is incorrect because reporting acceptance is insufficient. Option C fails to acknowledge the ethical violation, and Option D unnecessarily escalates the situation. Relevant guidelines. Maine Adjuster Code of Ethics requires impartiality and avoidance of conflicts of interest. Question 9. Topic. Maine-specific insurance laws and regulations under Maine's Unfair Claims Practices Act. How long Does an insurer typically have to acknowledge receipt of a claim after it is reported by the insured? A. 5 business days. B. 10 calendar days. C. 15 business days. D. 30 calendar days. Answer: B. 10 calendar days. Explanation: Maine law generally requires insurers to acknowledge receipt of a claim within 10 calendar days to ensure timely communication. Option A underestimates the statutory timeframe. Options C and D overestimate the response time, potentially breaching the law. Relevant guidelines. Maine Insurance Code establishes timeframes for claim handling and communication. Question 10. Scenario type topic. Policy-specific knowledge scenario. MS. Avery, a small business owner, files a claim under her business owner's policy BOP for lost income due to a fire that damaged her shop. During the investigation, the adjuster learns the fire was caused by a defective appliance. MS. Avery had been warned to replace. What is the most appropriate course of action for the adjuster? A. Approve the claim for full damages, including lost income and property damage. B. Deny the claim due to negligence in maintaining the appliance. C. Approve the claim but exclude compensation for lost income. D. Approve the claim for property damage but consider subrogation against the appliance manufacturer. Answer: D. Approve the claim for property damage but consider subrogation against the appliance manufacturer. Explanation: Negligence by the insured in maintaining the appliance does not typically invalidate a claim under BOP, but subrogation allows the insurer to seek recovery from the responsible third-party appliance manufacturer. Options A and B misinterpret policy coverage. Option C improperly excludes lost income without policy justification. Relevant guidelines. Policy provisions. BOPs generally cover property damage and business interruption unless explicitly excluded. Subrogation rights allow insurers to recover costs from third-party manufacturers in cases of product defects. Question 11. Topic: Homeowners insurance. Adjusting. A homeowner in Maine files a claim for damage to their roof caused by a tree falling during a thunderstorm. The investigation reveals the tree was dead and should have been removed. How should the claim be handled? A. Deny the claim due to negligence in maintaining the property. B. Approve the claim for damages to the roof but deny coverage for removing the tree. C. Approve the claim for both the roof repair and tree removal. D. Deny the claim entirely based on a lack of policy coverage for fallen trees. Answer: B. Approve the claim for damages to the roof but deny coverage for removing the tree. Explanation: Most homeowners' policies cover damage to structures caused by falling trees but may exclude coverage for tree removal unless it blocks a driveway or damages a covered structure. Option A is incorrect because negligence does not generally void the claim for damage to the structure. Option C is overly inclusive, and option D misinterprets standard policy language. Question 12. Scenario type topic: Workers' compensation scenario. An employee in Maine is injured on the job while operating machinery they were not trained to use. The employer claims the employee acted against company policy. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim entirely due to the employee's violation of company policy. B. Approve the claim for medical expenses, but deny wage replacement benefits. C. Approve the claim, as workers' compensation is a no-fault system. D. Deny the claim and advise the employer to terminate the employee. Answer: C. Approve the claim, as workers' compensation is a no-fault system. Explanation: Workers' compensation in Maine operates as a no-fault system, providing benefits regardless of fault or policy violations. Options: and D. Improperly deny coverage. Option B misrepresents the scope of benefits. Question 13. Topic: Automobile insurance. Suggesting an insured in Maine is involved in an auto accident with an uninsured driver. That policy includes uninsured motorist coverage. What does coverage typically pay for? A. Property damage only. B. Medical expenses and lost wages only. C. Both property damage and bodily injury expenses. D. Bodily injury expenses only. Answer: D. Bodily injury expenses only. Explanation: In Maine, uninsured motorist coverage generally applies to bodily injury and not property damage, unless the policy includes uninsured motorist property damage coverage. Options and C. Overstate standard coverage. Question 14. Topic: Insurance fraud. What is the adjuster's primary responsibility if they suspect insurance fraud during the investigation of a claim in Maine? A. Deny the claim immediately. B. Report the suspected fraud to the Maine Insurance Fraud Bureau. C. Approve the claim to avoid legal repercussions. D. Collect evidence but avoid reporting it unless instructed by their employer. Answer: B. Report the suspected fraud to the Maine Insurance Fraud Bureau. Explanation: just as are required to report suspected fraud to the relevant authorities, such as the Maine Insurance Fraud Bureau. Denying the claim without proper evidence, option A, or approving a suspicious claim, option C, are improper actions. Question 15. Scenario type topic: liability insurance scenario. A customer slips and falls at a small business in Maine due to a wet floor. The owner's liability insurance policy includes a MedPay provision. What does this coverage provide? A. Pays for the customer's medical expenses regardless of fault. B. Covers only the business owner's legal expenses. C. Compensates the customer for pain and suffering. D. Pays for medical expenses only if the owner is found negligent. Answer: 8. Pays for the customer's medical expenses regardless of fault. Explanation: MedPay coverage provides medical payments for injuries sustained on the premises, regardless of negligence. It does not cover legal expenses, pain and suffering, or liability-related expenses unless negligence is proven. Question 16. Topic: commercial property insurance. A business in Maine has a business interruption policy with a 72-hour waiting period. A fire damages their property, causing operations to stop for 10 days. For how many days will the policy compensate for lost income? A. 10 days. B. 7 days. C. 3 days. D. None. Answer: B. 7 days. Explanation: the policy's waiting period excludes the first 72 hours, 3 days, from coverage. Compensation applies to the remaining 7 days of lost income. Question 17. Topic: Maine Insurance Code. Under the Maine Unfair Claims Practices Act, insurers must provide a written explanation for claim denial within how many days after the decision? A. 10 days. B. 15 days. C. 30 days. D. 45 days. Answer: C. 30 days. Explanation: Maine law mandates that insurers give a written explanation for claim denials within 30 days to ensure transparency. Question 18. Scenario type topic: policy conditions scenario. An insured fails to pay their homeowner's insurance premium on time. A storm damages their property the day after the grace period ends. What is the adjuster's best course of action? A. Deny the claim due to policy lapse. B. Approve the claim since the storm was unforeseen. C. Approve the claim but inform the insured they must pay overdue premiums. D. Investigate the claim before deciding. Answer: A. Deny the claim due to policy lapse. Explanation: if the grace period has ended, the policy is no longer active and claims occurring after this lapse are not covered. Question 19. Topic: risk assessment. What is the primary purpose of conducting a risk assessment for a new commercial policyholder in Maine? A. To determine the premium rate. B. To identify potential hazards and suggest mitigation. C. To ensure the policyholder's compliance with Maine law. D. To investigate prior claims history. Answer: B. To identify potential hazards and suggest mitigation. Explanation: risk assessments focus on identifying and addressing hazards to reduce future claims. Question 20. Topic: excess and surplus lines insurance. When might an insured in Maine need to purchase coverage from an excess and surplus lines insurer? A. When the insured has a poor claims history. B. When coverage is unavailable in the standard market. C. When seeking lower premiums. D. When mandated by state law. Answer: B. When coverage is unavailable in the standard market. Explanation: excess and surplus lines insurers provide coverage for risks that standard insurers decline. Question 21. Topic: health insurance. A Maine resident applies for individual health insurance coverage, but their pre-existing condition is excluded from coverage for the first 12 months. This is an example of A. A lifetime limit. B. A waiting period. C. A benefit exclusion. D. A coverage limitation. Answer: B. A waiting period. Explanation: a waiting period refers to the time an insured must wait before certain benefits like coverage for pre-existing conditions become available. Option A refers to a limit on the total benefits available, and option C refers to specific benefits that are not covered under the policy. Question 22. Topic: commercial liability insurance. A business in Maine operates a retail store that sells electronics. A customer buys a television, which later malfunctions and causes injury. Under general liability policy, which type of coverage would respond to this situation? A. Product liability coverage. B. Property damage coverage. C. Professional liability coverage. D. Workers' compensation coverage. Answer: A. Product liability coverage. Explanation: Product liability coverage protects against claims arising from products sold or manufactured by the business. Options B, C, and D refer to unrelated types of coverage. Question 23. Scenario type. Topic: auto insurance. Scenario: a Maine driver involved in a car accident refuses to cooperate with the insurance adjuster's investigation. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim immediately. B. Notify the insured that non-cooperation could lead to claim denial. C. Process the claim without the insured's cooperation. D. Report the incident to law enforcement. Answer: B. Notify the insured that non-cooperation could lead to claim denial. Explanation: insurance policies typically include a cooperation clause, meaning the insured must cooperate with the investigation. If the insured refuses, the adjuster must inform them that failure to cooperate may result in a denial of the claim. Question 24. Topic: property insurance. In a property insurance policy in Maine, what does the term actual cash value refer to? A. The replacement cost of damaged property. B. The market value of the property. C. The original cost of the property minus depreciation. D. The cost of repairs regardless of depreciation. Answer: C. The original cost of the property minus depreciation. Explanation: ACV refers to the amount required to replace property minus depreciation. It differs from replacement cost, which is the full cost of replacing the item without accounting for depreciation. Question 25. Topic: underwriting and risk selection. An underwriting officer at a Maine insurance company is evaluating a potential policyholder with a history of frequent auto accidents. What is the most likely outcome? A. The policyholder will be offered the same rate as a low-risk individual. B. The policyholder may be declined or offered higher premiums. C. The policyholder will be required to take a driving test before being approved. D. The policyholder will automatically be offered a policy at a reduced rate. Answer: B. The policyholder may be declined or offered higher premiums. Explanation: frequent accidents indicate higher risk, and the insurer may either decline the application or charge higher premiums to compensate for the increased risk. Question 26. Topic: life insurance. In Maine, what is the primary purpose of a life insurance policy's a contestability period of A. To allow the insurer to deny claims related to misstatements within the first 2 years. B. To allow the beneficiary time to contest the payout. C. To review the policyholder's medical history. D. To prevent the insured from cancelling the policy. Answer: A. To allow the insurer to deny claims related to misstatements within the first 2 years. Explanation: the contestability period, typically 2 years, allows an insurer to investigate and deny claims based on misrepresentation or fraud during the application process. Question 27. Topic: commercial property insurance. A Maine business insures its building for $500,000 but suffers a loss where the cost of repair is $600,000. The insurer applies a coinsurance clause with a 90% requirement. How much will the insurer pay? A. $500,000. B. $540,000. C. $600,000. D. $400,000. Answer: B. $540,000. Explanation: under a 90% coinsurance clause, the insured must insure the property for at least 90% of its value to avoid a penalty. The business only insured $500,000 of a $600,000 building, so the insurer will pay a reduced amount. Calculation: $500,000 x 90% equals $450,000 required coverage. Since the insured was short by $100,000, the insurer will pay $500,000 $600,000 x 600,000 all equals $540,000. Question 28. Topic: umbrella insurance. A Maine policyholder has a basic auto and homeowners insurance policy with $300,000 total liability coverage. They purchase an umbrella policy with $1 million in additional coverage. What is the primary benefit of the umbrella policy? A. It covers medical expenses for the insured's family. B. It extends liability coverage beyond the limits of the primary policies. C. It provides protection against property damage only. D. It covers damages to the insured's own property. Answer: B. It extends liability coverage beyond the limits of the primary policies. Explanation: umbrella insurance provides additional liability coverage that kicks in once the underlying policy limits, auto, homeowners, etc. are exhausted. Question 29. Topic: workers' compensation. An employee in Maine is injured while commuting to work. Which type of insurance would typically cover the injury? A. Workers' compensation insurance. B. Disability insurance. C. Health insurance. D. Auto insurance. Answer A. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation: workers' compensation insurance typically covers injuries that happen during work-related activities. However, injuries that occur while commuting to work are generally not covered unless the employee is on a business-related errand or activity. Question 30. Topic: Personal Injury Protection (PIP). A Maine driver with personal injury protection (PIP) coverage is injured in an accident and seeks coverage for medical expenses and lost wages. What does PIP typically cover? A. Only medical expenses. B. Medical expenses and lost wages, regardless of fault. C. Only lost wages. D. Property damage to the vehicle. Answer: B. Medical expenses and lost wages, regardless of fault. Explanation: PIP coverage provides benefits for medical expenses and lost wages, regardless of who is at fault in the accident. It is designed to cover immediate needs for the insured and passengers.